So what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go over our trade we took for today, and so it's going to be a little trade recap. I'm going to be quite quick here because I do need to be somewhere soon, so this will be like maybe like 5-10 minutes max. But anyway, let's get straight into this shit. So we took the 5-minute inverse today. um Not really a bad trade in my opinion, we just had room to go lower, so let me explain. So let's go at the higher time frame. Obviously let's start off there first. We're obviously bullish. We moved like a fuck ton overnight. Like, look how far we moved overnight. During Asia session, London session, we definitely distributed a lot higher. So I definitely wanted longs today. We also had like the stacked buy side equity above, as well as this forward PDA all the way up here. With like buy side equity leading up to it as well. So those are definitely like good targets for future reference. Whether that might be next week, could even be tomorrow. But since we had this big move up, you gotta presume longs. Like, there's no way you can be sure on this right now. So yes, we could get like a retracement back into like a 4-hour PDA like we did right here. But I would rather trade the distribution leg than the retracement, because retracements are obviously a lot more choppier. And especially when we've displays like this overnight, it's gonna accumulate, manipulate, then distribute. Unfortunately, I caught the wrong displacement leg today, unfortunately. But let's get straight into that now. So let's go to the 5-minute time frame. So price opened, left 930 high, which was here. What we did, we came down, tapped a 30-minute fair value gap right on the 30-minute time frame. Let's go have a look at this right here. So we tapped into this 30-minute gap right here. Not only was it the first 30-minute gap, it was also the second one. So I thought that was a great golden pocket of this leg right here in the 0.705 price zone, little golden pocket entry. We also had the SMT at the low of the 30-minute gap, therefore showing that we kind of got a stop on into a PDA, which is pretty cool. And then we had like instant displacement through a 5-minute IFVG right here, with 930 highs as our break even point, and a good draw on liquidity, as well as this stacked buy side above. I just aim for a 1-to-1 here, as well. Sorry. Just aim for about a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio here, using this buy side equity as a magnet, because we were currently operating within this 30-minute PDA. This isn't the best key level anyway for like bearish displacement, especially when we are so bullish. But at the end of the day, it still is a bearish PDA. So I did want to see just a little 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, aim for the low hanging fruit. Unfortunately, we actually took a loss in this trade. So yes, I know what you're thinking. We hit break even. Correct. But guess what? Your fucking dumbass Josh here couldn't fucking put his break even in time, which is just kind of unfortunate. We literally closed, like, we entered on this candle right here, and we just went and then bang. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go break even. Maybe I should start setting auto break evens by now, or maybe I just probably should have just been a little bit more on my toes. But prices was moving so fast. We came up, swept that 930 high, which is my break even point, and then we shit the bed. And price didn't get a chance to go back to my stop to close out a break even. Therefore, I ended up losing about $480 or $500, something around that. So yeah, that was my trade for today. The only thing I would say improvement wise about this, a lot of people disagree with this trade. I don't know. I think this wasn't a bad trade at all. The only thing I would really suggest about this is that since we displaced so far overnight, we moved all the way up here from Asian session, non-stop, no retracement. You got to expect some sort of move down to then move higher. So we've distributed overnight. And this is the thing, the market moves in 3 key ways, right? AMD, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Therefore, what I wanted was, we had this distribution pre-market and during Asia and London session. Therefore, what's the next thing the market's going to do? It's going to accumulate. So necessarily, New York Orbit's going to accumulate, and then it's going to manipulate. And if we want to get the new distribution leg, then we're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to wait for the true manipulation. And what can we get from true manipulation? A tapping into a high time frame unmitigated gap. So what we should have done here is, yes, we did tap into a high time frame PDA with the 30-minute time frame, but because we had a lot more room to go lower, we probably should have been more patient and waited for the true manipulation leg, and therefore we could catch the best manipulation leg, the true manipulation leg. Therefore, we can catch the best distribution instead of catching the wrong manipulation leg, if that makes sense. So today, I would say that the trade was right, but we just caught the wrong manipulation. So yes, we did come down tapping into a high time frame PDA. Totally valid trade, by the way. It was just the fact that we were so premium from distributing overnight. We wanted to at least come into a discounted price range, such as this 4-hour gap. Then we can take longs, because that's the true manipulation leg, and therefore we're going to get the best amount of displacement from that, distribution from that, up to this buy side liquidity. So yeah, that's just something a little touch on in the future. I actually just recently backtested a day like this, like after today's session I backtested. Literally, go backtest Friday the 5th of September. I've never seen a trade so similar on backtesting than I did today. Like, generally, it was the exact same trade. I faded it. I learned my lesson from today, and we continued lower into a 4-hour PDA instead. And that's just how price works when it comes to this kind of things. Like, if we displace as much overnight, we're obviously going to have to reach some sort of discounted price range in order to catch the true manipulation leg and then the true displacement leg as well. So yeah, it's just something to know from my end. But overall, it wasn't a bad trade. It was just the fact that we should have been more patient and just waited for the 4-hour PDA or the 1-hour PDA to get tapped inside of a more discounted price range to then go higher, because that's exactly what we did. I mean, even if you look at it on the 5-minute time frame, you can tell that today was just fucking buns anyway. Like, we just chopped, eventually hit that 4-hour gap past 11 o'clock, and we did get the inverse. So this is probably the trade of the day here, but it was past 11 a.m, which is something I'm not willing to take. A little other thing to note as well, Paddy took PB Paddy Patrick. He took, I think he took this 1-minute inverse or this like 2-minute right here. But I didn't really like that because we were inside a 5-minute gap at the time. So that was just a bit of discretion from him. He's very discretionary trader. He trades off DOL. And he's probably obviously a lot more market experience than me, but that would have necessarily played out up to 930 high. It's just unfortunate that we lost this and we didn't go break even at our actual break even point. Just didn't get a chance to, but just one of those things, yeah. So when it comes to displacing overnight like this again, I will be aware that we need to come into a discounted price range, such as a 1-hour 4-hour PDA, instead of waiting for premium. That way we can catch the true manipulation leg after the displacement, and then catch the true distribution leg after that as well. So yeah, that's my opinion right now. But yeah, little trade recap. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. A little bit of sauce for you if you did take this, and well done if you went break even, because I fucking didn't. So yeah. Right, anyway, see you guys later. Hope you have a good day.